Hey, you know what time it is? It's Small Town Big Mouse Podcast, and this is Amber, your one and only.
And this is Nikki, your resident bartender. And we're doing another episode without Misty. She is on vacation, so we're doing our best to like fill in as we go. And the last one was just me and Amber. But right now, I have a really, really, really good friend that passed away. This is the only sad part we're going to have right now. He passed away during COVID. He was one of my best friends. He came here for Christmas. He came here for Thanksgiving. We hung out. I got to know some of his family, and his niece became a really good friend of mine. And then his niece is married to another woman, and I now call her my daughter-in-law, my daughter. So her wife is my daughter-in-law. I love their kids. I love everything about them. She is like the coolest, best, like, it's so hard because like, her name is Autumn, and Autumn's sitting here with us, and I'm kind of talking third person about Autumn, but like, if people know me, like, I don't want to ever say I was like weirded out by lesbians, because I wasn't weirded out by them. I just didn't know any, and the ones that I did know were the ones that came in the bar, and they were all like fucking just crazy. You know what I mean? Like the butch ones that are like if I looked at him the wrong way, or like, you know, why are you looking at my girlfriend? And I'm like, I'm not. I'm just trying to take your orders, so I want to know what you want to drink. You know what I mean? And you're not that way. And neither is Tina. And the crazy thing is when I look at you guys, like, you guys aren't like all over each other and like just feeling each other up and touching each other the whole time. And that's how my experience has always been. But like, you guys, this is what's crazy. For the longest time, I didn't even realize Autumn was a lesbian until she brought, I think it was Tina that you brought in the bar. And she said something and she goes, I'm going to keep this one. And I was like, okay. I didn't know what that meant. And then the next thing I know, these bitches are getting married. So Autumn. Hello, Autumn.
Hello.
Welcome.
And Autumn listens to our podcast. She just dropped off some merch for us. So it was just apropos that she walked in the door and I'm like, hey, we have a third seat available. How about you put your ass in it and fill it?
She's super nervous, so there might be a little pauses here and there, but we'll try to fix that.
So Autumn, tell us about life with Tina. Tell us about how you and Tina met, because I actually think I crack up every time you tell me this.
So me and Tina met through a mutual friend. We were at a bar drinking, me and the mutual friend. And
wait, at this time you were married to another girl.
I was at this time. Well, I was going through a divorce. But I was married to another person. And so I was with a mutual friend at the bar, and she said we were going to meet her sister, which was Tina. They aren't really sisters, but she called her sister.
So Tina has a lot of family that's not really her family, like me.
Yeah, basically.
Got it.
And so we met at the bar, and I was hanging out with them, and I happened to be making out with a different girl at the bar. And Tina was like not having it. She just said she wasn't into that like that. She didn't want to chill with us, so we were going to be making out at the bar. And I was low-key a little intimidated by her at first. Never.
Let's be honest.
I've never been intimidated by a girl, but she was like really aggressive.
Because Tina was aggressive?
Yeah, she's like aggressive, and she's kind of like...
Tina doesn't give any fucks.
No, and when she's drunk, it's just really doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, at all about anything. And so she was drunk, and I was low-key scared for my life, and we all left and went to Denny's, and I sat down by Tina, and the guy came to take our order, and she was like, she's eating what I'm eating, and we're eating chicken strips. And I was just like, whatever she says, I'm doing. And so then, I ended up holding everyone's money and her ID and driver's license that night. And so she went home drunk, and I didn't go home with her. And then the next day I text her and, actually, let's reverse. She sent me a nude that night and then immediately responded, wrong person.
I did hear this.
And so I was like, well played. And then the next morning I messaged her and told her I had her ID and money and if she wanted it. And then
to come over naked? Oh.
No, I pulled the old lesbian move and picked her up some Dutch and a breakfast burrito and took it to her at work. Is that the lesbian move? The Dutch always gets them.
But didn't she tell you something like, we're not going to kiss, or don't kiss me like that? Or what was the...
Oh, no, that was fast forward a couple weeks later. Okay. We were at a bar again. And her and my brother were having a drinking contest, drinking Adioses. And...
Wait, were you at Old Town?
No, we were at Hook and Ladder.
Okay.
Shame on you.
Yeah. And so she comes out from bathroom area, and right when she turned the corner, I just kissed her, and she was like dead, looked me in the face and was like, "Do not ever kiss me again." And I was just like, "Yes, ma'am." I was scared again. And so then we went on for a couple weeks off and on, and Tina actually happens to be one of my best friend's cousins, which that's not how I met her, but come to find out that they are blood related cousins. And
which cousin is that?
Jay.
Okay.
Jay
and Fadi.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's, and just in case Jay and Fadi ever listen, they're my number 2 lesbian couple. I love them.
Yeah. So I'm, Jay and Tina are cousins, and I didn't really realize that at first. And then, yeah, it kind of went on from there. We got together right before COVID, and my grandma got sick, and I moved to Tahoe to take care of my grandma. And I kind of told Tina, "Hey, I know we just started talking, but I got to move to Tahoe to take care of my grandma, so you can come with or you can stay behind." And she loaded up and went with me, and we stayed there for 7-8 months, which I think is what was the
really
foundation.
drove you guys together.
Yeah, because everyone knew that was going to be the hardest thing I ever went through in life, and we were stuck in a small town together in the middle of nowhere. And
During COVID.
Yep. And so we only had
With
each other.
Autumn's grandma.
Yep. And then my sister was in and out with us the whole time we were up there. And so then we came back and we started life. And
then got married.
Then we got married.
And they had a beautiful wedding.
Yep. Got married at Wolf Lakes. And I have an 11-year-old from a previous relationship. And
who, might I add, is the best boy ever. I love him.
Aww.
Yeah, his name is Elias, and he's amazing, and he's smart, and he's just like everything that, like, he doesn't call me grandma, but I feel like I play like a kind of a grandma role. He has tons of grandmas.
He's weird with the
place.
names. Like he calls his biological grandmas by their first names.
Yeah.
He's very proper. He doesn't like, nobody gets a nickname. Nobody.
While he has a million.
Yes. And then we just recently, actually Monday will be 1 year that we took in Tina's nephew.
Has it already been a year?
Yeah. And so he was 2 when we got him. So he's 3 now. So we have a 3-year-old and an 11-year-old.
And he also is.
Yeah, I met him.
Yes. Amber did meet him.
That little ball of chaos.
Yeah.
He came through here and destroyed.
Yeah.
And he calls Nikki Gigi, and Nikki says Gigi. And,
I love that kid. He's awesome. And it's so crazy for me to look at, like, and I can't believe it's been a year. So when they first got him, he was hardly even verbal.
Right.
You know, he had been living on the streets kind of with his mom, and they took him in, and he is just, now it's like, man, you know, we went to Disneyland, and I just was like, it was a nonstop. I had to read him the book. We're talking about the book. I'm pretty sure we drove Autumn crazy. She probably really wanted to drink on the drive.
I thought about it a couple times.
I'm a roadie.
I'm trying to entertain him, so I'm making up songs. We're singing songs, and and of course, a kid. You know, he's 2.5 at the time. I think 2.5.
Yeah, he was 2.5. He'd never been on a road trip before. He was all over the place.
Yeah, and it was like every time something was good or he thought it was funny, it was again. So like I must have sang, patty cake to him like 900 times in the car.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then, other songs that I make up the words to.
Yes.
I think it was Spider-Man, and I made up a Scooby-Doo song, and, So Autumn, I don't really have a question because I pretty much know a lot about you and Tina, but what is something that from a lesbian standpoint, what is something that people think about you, like about lesbians, but it's not true? Is there something you can think of that comes to mind?
Well, first things first, everyone thinks lesbian. They think like rainbows and butterflies shooting out of your ass.
That is not you.
That's not me.
No.
Yeah.
Tina, not even. Tina's bling bling, but she's not rainbows and unicorns.
No, it's funny. Everyone always jokes, like the guys at work, they're always like, Tina's not a lesbian. Tina's not a lesbian. I always tell them, no, she's not a lesbian. She's only a lesbian for me.
Yeah.
Because
to be honest, Tina, you are Tina's first lesbian.
Yeah, I'm known for being the straight girls first.
Do they call that, like, you're the one that turns them out? Is that what it's called?
I don't know if I turn them out, but I definitely am the one.
Is that like a pimp thing?
They just want to try. They're like, "Oh, you're cute. Let's try it with you." Like,
yeah, because you were married before to
a woman, as well. Yeah,
but you were her first woman.
I was, her only woman.
See, that's so crazy. And now she's with a man. And now you're married to Tina, but Tina had only been with men.
Yep.
Yeah, that is crazy.
What made you switch? Because you have a son, so obviously you were in a relationship.
And can I interrupt and say, Elias's dad is great.
Yeah.
And I told her this the very first time I met him. I go, man, you did a really good fucking job because he's real cute. He's cute. He has a nice job. Like, I'm like, what happened?
So I met him through my ex-wife. Him and her brother are best friends. And so me and my ex had been together since we were like 15, like for the longest time. We were best friends growing up. And so we just started dating. It just happened. And we broke, we were kids. We would break up here, break up there,
adults too.
The whole thing. And so we broke up and for like a month or so, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go hang out with Dan. And I ended up pregnant by Dan. And a month later, me and my ex got back together. And
wait, okay. You went to hang out with Dan, but you were hanging out with Dan.
I was hanging out and on and with Dan.
Did you think at the time, like, maybe you wanted to be with a man?
No.
Or was it just like, it was like
kinda,
a boredom? Or
yeah,
whatever,
I think it was more of a boredom, drunk, kind of.
One of those, like,
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go marry and live this guy off. Yeah.
But I bet when you got pregnant, were you happy?
No, I was shitting bricks. I was scared for my life, to be honest.
Really?
I was so worried. And then I had to tell my wife that I was pregnant by a man. And, well, at the time we weren't married yet. But I had to tell.
What were you worried about? Just telling people, or like being a mom, or the pregnancy?
I think I was just worried about being a mom because in my head, like, it wasn't that I wasn't ready to be a mom. I wasn't at the spot that I wanted to be a mom.
Right.
And so I just, so at first I was real nervous, and then I kind of told everybody. And after I told my grandma and she like reassured me, like, it's fine, it's okay. Then I was.
The grandma that lived in Tahoe.
Yeah. Then I was full, like, okay, I can do this. Like, it's fine.
And your family helped you.
Yeah. So obviously I got back with my ex, and we were not together the whole pregnancy, but she was there. And,
sorry, Roger's drinking water.
Kind of being, he's all, the thirst is real. Kind of being a support of it. And then, I had him, and the whole time I was pregnant, me and his dad did not talk. We did not.
Really?
It was a love-hate, really.
This is hard to picture for me because I see them interact now, and it's just like you guys are friends. It's like, it took a long time to get there.
Well, I think he had a lot of people in his ears when I was pregnant, because we weren't together, and then I was pregnant, but then again I was with a girl, so so there wasn't that many guys to choose from to be pregnant by. And so we had a love-hate, and then after I had Elias, he started seeing him, and we've always been friends. We've maintained a good relationship. We spend all the holidays together. He sees him every single week.
Yeah. I want to say when I first started hanging out with him, like, it was Dan was there.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, we have a really good relationship, and he loves Tina. He came to our wedding. He was a part of our wedding. Yes. Him and my ex-wife, they get along well. So my kid is very loved. He has a lot of family that loves him, and
but that's a tribute to you too. You know that, right?
I'm very easygoing. We're gonna do what I say. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's not what she said.
That is very fucking true. Trust me.
I'm very easygoing. Like, I don't really have time to bullshit with people. And if I say he's going to the dentist this day, he's going to the dentist this day, and we kind of all just.
You're a very, very good mom. Can I just say that? And let me say, and I don't know if this is overstepping my bounds, we'll cut it out. When Autumn and Tina took in Michael, the youngest one, there was some trepidation by Michael's grandfather because he didn't know them. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I think he thought that, like, Michael was gonna be raised by these lesbians who rainbows and unicorns and the whole 9 yards. And then, so the very first time he came to their house, I was over there. I just wanted to help in any way that I could, but I just tried to be quiet and kind of watch. And he saw for himself, like, Autumn and Tina have a beautiful home. They both have jobs. They're good parents. They put dinner on the table. We sit down at the table and we eat. Everything is very regimented, and it's not like Michael's not over there like running wild. Like, I guess how it could be pictured, like, because you think like, okay, they're lesbians, so they must just let anything goes in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like that. Michael gets in trouble. He's, it's so funny when she tells him to go to his room, because he'll like stomp out. He's like, meh, meh, meh. And then he goes in the room and he's like some inaudible things. And Autumn's like, he's probably in there like, fuck auntie, because he calls her auntie and then Tina's TT. So when he's, you can't understand what he's saying at first. I couldn't, but then now it's probably gotten a lot better, but like I would listen and it was kind of funny because I'm like, oh, she's right. He like stomps down the hall. He would go down and go to his room. He wouldn't shut the door. Most kids, like Jordan, my son, he would have slammed the door, right? But Michael's got the door open. He's in there like, you can't understand. And I'm just like, oh yeah, he is probably like, fuck you, auntie.
Yeah.
Fucking going to my room.
Pissed off.
But then he calms down and he comes out and he's, he's a really, really good boy. Like when we went to Disneyland, I thought he was being such a good kid. He was being a kid, but he was a good kid. And it's so, like, that says everything about you and Tina. You know what I'm saying? That says everything about you and Tina. And especially because Elias is such a well-behaved little boy and so smart and does so well. I mean, what more can you ask for? You can't.
And what a blessing.
Yes.
You get to be a part of,
And it probably makes your job easy.
I try to make it as easy as possible on everybody.
Yeah.
So
Not that motherhood is easy by any means. And I think I had this conversation with Tina before they got married. I'm like, you're gonna be in a lesbian relationship. Now you're gonna be, I think it was after, because I said you guys are having this kid that you now have, Michael, and you have a child from another relationship. Like, this is gonna be hard, okay? But when I look at Tina and Autumn, they make it look easy, okay? And it's just...
You know why? Because it's two women.
yes, I feel like it makes a big difference. Although everyone says I act like a man and I'm a dickhead and everything else in between.
You can be, but so can I.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who can't? She can be a dickhead. It's just...
I am an asshole.
Yeah,
I mean, if I had to like break it down, yes, you have the more masculine role in the relationship, but aside from that, you're still, you know what I mean? You're still, you're Autumn to me. I don't know how else to explain it. So, and Autumn listens. She loves to listen to our podcast, and I love that. She likes to wait for like 3 or 4 episodes to come out, and then she like binge listens to them. So she's going to hear her own self right now. And it was funny because she texted Tina and was like, they want me to be on the podcast. And Tina's telling her, go for it. Go be on it.
Do it.
And she told her, make sure you tell everyone how great your wife is.
yeah.
So
I
make
haven't
sure you
said
tell
that
everyone.
part yet.
We're waiting. Tina and Amber, we're all waiting. Tell us how great Tina is.
On most days she's an excellent wife. Some days she's a little hard to handle, but we're
that's
dealing with
everyone,
it.
right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't deal with anything that like regular traditional husband and wives don't deal with.
Correct. No,
Yeah.
it's very.
You guys
Everybody
both
has
work.
their days.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we both have full
See,
time.
but now what I want to know is, because you're two women, is it also harder because women were bitchy? We're bitchy.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's 2 of you though. So are you like extra bitchy? Or are you bitchy and then she's bitchy? Is there like, you know what I mean? You know what
I
I'm
feel
asking?
like I'm not. I'm not bitchy when I need to be bitchy. I'm like quiet. I just want to be left alone.
Like you're
And
thinking about it?
Yeah, and I'm very like non-emotional. I don't really show emotions.
She
I
is
don't
not
have
emotional.
emotions. The whole world could be burning down, and I'll be like, wow, this is stupid and wasting my day. And Tina's very emotional, and she is, which is not a bad thing. She loves with her whole heart and all of her heart, and she puts her whole heart
But
into
that's
everything.
the yin with the yang. You
Yes,
know what I mean?
and so she definitely balances the family out. Like when we should be sad for something, she's definitely sad for both of us. And I just I'll let you
Autumn's
take
very
it.
even keeled. Autumn doesn't really get like super excited about anything, but she doesn't get like really super sad about anything either.
Like,
So
yeah,
it's
that's
very-
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
the
it
house
is
is
what
on
it is.
fire.
Like, shit
Okay.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Life is life.
It
Yes,
is.
It is.
Well, Autumn, I want to thank you for taking out the time of your day to bring us the stickers that we asked for and to join us. Is there anything else that you want to say?
No, I enjoy I was way nervous to do this, but I think I could do it.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready for the hot seat next time.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I like that
You
part.
can bring me the juicy next
Dude,
time.
I think next time we should have Tina and Autumn on.
Oh God, that would be a show and a half.
They might just run us over and take over.
Well, I mean, that way then Tina could, they could say stuff, they could tell you stuff,
I keep telling Tina I want to buy a farm, and like
You want that 20 acres?
Yeah, every time you see you drive past a farm, they have that sign out front that says their name of their farm. I'm like, we could be 2 girls, 1 farm.
That is a good name. You mean like the moniker for their farm?
Yeah.
It's not like the Smith farm.
So instead of like 2 girls, 1 cup, we'll be 2 girls, 1 farm.
Yeah.
I like it.
What would you do on your farm?
Farm stuff.
That's it? You just want to have land to have?
No, I just want to have. Well, we host all the things, and so we need some more land for that.
Yes.
Maybe a little dirt bike track in the back for the boys.
How about some goats?
Tina wants some goats, maybe a little pig or 2. Maybe a cow. Who knows?
Yeah. Who's going to be taking care of these animals?
I think Tina on her 2 days she works from home. That's her plan.
Oh, okay.
So there's a plan.
Yeah, there's a plan.
And they're only getting fed 2 days, apparently.
Yes, yeah. The other days, I better get out there after dawn.
Yeah, you can ask Shula about that. I'm sure you have to feed them every day.
Yeah, I think you do. I mean, it's the same as kids, right?
Yeah.
Fuck them kids.
If not, I'll throw some Cheerios out there.
Yeah. Here you go, goats.
Yeah.
Cheerios for everyone. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I was trying to sign us off, but we got off on a tangent. So it was good having you here. I love you so much. Your family means everything to me, and just to have you on our podcast is I don't think I've stopped smiling since you sat down in the chair, because I like to have. It's cool to have someone I know and someone that. So I go places with these people. We're going to Legoland. I keep talking about my trip to Legoland. I'm going to Legoland with Autumn and her wife and the kids, and we went to Disneyland together, and I'm super excited about that because I love spending time with them. I love being around them, and I love being a part of their family. And if you know anything about me, my family's not big. So it's like having my own kid next to me right now while I'm talking, even though she's not. So anything else you want to add, Miss Amber?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, everyone, please subscribe, listen, share, Instagram, TikTok,
comment,
Facebook, comments. You got anything to say about any of our episodes, please reach out. That's it. That's all I've got.
Roger that.
Roger that.
Roger that.